Senators are tonight locked in a tussle yet again, this time over the leadership of a committee crafted to spearhead the consensus building process on the county revenue sharing formula. Senators opposed to the Finance Committee formula, who now go under the moniker Team Kenya, have opposed the selection of Deputy Speaker Prof Margaret Kamar to chair the committee. They say she is biased and an interested party in the controversial formula. The committee is scheduled to meet tomorrow, with Senate Majority Whip Irungu Kang'ata recommending each of the factions nominates a co-chair. Francis Gachuri now reports on an informal meeting of the Senate, popularly known as a Kamukunji, that is due to take place on Monday and that could hold a key to unlocking the impasse that has resulted in 7 fruitless House sittings.
The search for a win-win formula that will be used to share the 316.5 billion shillings allocated to 47 counties in the 2020-2021 financial year formally kicks off tomorrow when a 10-member select committee convenes. But even before the warring factions meet, a fresh row has erupted. Senators opposed to the revenue-sharing formula proposed by the Finance Committee has contested the selection of Deputy Speaker Prof Margaret Kamar to lead the delicate consensus-building efforts.
I don't know whether you are on a point of order or you are contributing.
The senators, dubbed Team Kenya, claim the Uasin Gishu senator was biased and an interested party and insist on Speaker Ken Lusaka chairing the committee.
For me, I think the best case scenario in the event Deputy Speaker will not chair that committee, or the Speaker will also excuse himself from that committee, the best case scenario would be we get the most radical members of the two groups. They co-chair that committee. That is, from where I sit, that would assist in ensuring all radical views and the so-called moderate views are represented equally.
The committee is scheduled to hold its first meeting tomorrow and through the weekend to thrash out the contentious issues in consultation with the leadership of the parliamentary political parties, among them President Uhuru Kenyatta, his deputy William Ruto, ODM Chief Raila Odinga, as well as his Wiper counterpart Kalonzo Musyoka. The committee's version of the consensus formula will then be presented to all senators during an informal sitting known as Kamukunji on Monday, on the eve of the 8th sitting of the Senate on the slippery revenue-sharing formula.
We are not going to have any losers. We've been able to convince our colleagues and convince all the stakeholders that it must be a formula that enhances a win-win situation.
I have no doubt that we shall come up with a good settlement. However much long we shall talk and discuss, that one does not matter.
The Finance Committee formula prioritizes population over landmass, and as a result, 18 counties would have their share of the devolved revenue slashed, while 29 counties that are populars would have their allocation increased.
The current impasse is not healthy for the country, since delaying disbursement of resources is affecting service delivery for Mwananchi. We particularly need to point out that the current cash flow crisis will have adverse effect on how counties respond to COVID-19 pandemic.
But the stalemate was not entirely unexpected. Kang'ata, in a document dated 8th July 2020, seen by Citizen TV, had warned the Jubilee administration of likely difficulties in passing the Finance Committee formula, citing outright resistance from 18 senators whose counties would lose if the formula sailed through. He was also wary of 7 senators allied to the Tanga faction of the Jubilee Party, who are likely to vote against the formula to score political points and hit back at the president for engineering their ouster from House leadership during the purge on perceived errant members. Kang'ata was also concerned about the likelihood of senators from Lamu, Machakos, Kakamega and Kisii counties voting against the formula in solidarity with their neighboring counties that would lose. ODM leader Raila Odinga has called for a win-win formula that would be equity-driven. Kang'ata and Senate Majority Leader Samuel Pogisho have, however, been accused of resorting to threats and intimidation instead of lobbying senators. Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.